Greetings, dear brothers and sisters. Indeed, we've started the new year, 2017, and our country has been through a lot. The country has been quite polarized along ethnic lines, but of course we know it's not the reality. The truth of the matter is a lot of political people, politicians, tried to divide the people. I am never, and I will never be, pro-politicians that divide people, whether to gain for their own interest or doing it in a subtle way by trying to put incompetent people in government so that the rest of the country sees us as people who are favored versus people who are marginalized or neglected. I have stayed put, supporting my leadership, supporting the government, supporting the SPLM, and it was based on the SPLM vision of equality, liberty, and justice. That's why I stayed and remained put on track since 1998 when I joined the SPLM at the age of 23. I never changed track. I never rebelled. I never sympathized with any armed rebellion or otherwise. I believe that in unity, we shall continue, and we could continue to greater heights. Came 2005 when the CPA, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, was signed. I stayed put as well, on track. I never deviated. Came 2013 when a few individuals within the SPLM decided to take arms or to politicize or even to go as far as trying to mortgage our country to certain international countries. I stayed put behind my leadership, the legitimate government in South Sudan. And not because I didn't see there were wrongs also in the legitimate government in South Sudan. No, I did see a lot of wrongs. But some wrongs are bigger than others. Some wrongs are more destructive than others. And that is why I decided to stay on the truthful side, on the more peaceful side, because the interest of the country was higher than anything else, and it still is. When you see me today coming out strongly against some of the decision made by my good comrade, our president, President Kiir, it's not because I hate him. No. I most respect him, and he knows my positions, where I stand on issues. For over 9 years, I worked day in and out with President Kiir. We consulted each other. We talked about issues in depth. We shared ideals. We shared vision for the country. We wanted our country to become something else, state of the art. But as time went by, I realized it was remaining in talks. It was on paper, and I have it all on paper. I have it all written on paper. I've done it. It remained on paper, and that is why increasingly I became agitated and upset. I saw it coming. The economic crisis, I saw it coming. The political divides, I saw it coming. The pockets of violence all over the country, I saw it coming. The isolation, I saw it coming. I saw a lot of things coming. And many of you also saw a lot of things coming. But I chose, and I still choose, the peaceful means of trying to address our issues. But that doesn't mean we should keep quiet when things go wrong. President Kiir, if you're listening to this message, listen to it very carefully. You were elected by all South Sudanese, all 64 tribes. And even the 64 tribes have sections. We elected you. I personally elected you too. We elected you because we had and we still have faith in you. Do the right thing right. Give hope to the people. You have a legacy to live for. Don't give in to ill advice by some of the people around you. Don't. When you go down, they will jump away from you, and you will carry your own cross alone. You did not spend 3/4 of your life in the struggle and sacrifice your personal life for the people of South Sudan, for you to go down like this. Do what is right. And this is why today I stand out publicly. I have tried to talk to you personally on one-on-one. 2-3 hours we spent. At least 6 times in 2016. In 2016 we sat together and we talked about a lot of issues. I mapped out a lot of things to you in writing. 2015 I did the same. 2014 I did the same, and so on and so forth. President Kiir always told me, Suzanne, be patient like we always do. And I remained patient. But all I saw is an increasing leaning towards nepotism and favoritism. Either you appeasing criminals into government or putting your own friends, relatives into government, regardless of competence and regardless of consideration of the sense of belonging of all the people of South Sudan to the nation of South Sudan. Where is this nation today? Can you call it a nation today? Can you call South Sudan really a nation today? We're fragmented. Why did 2 million people die in SPLM, SPLA war? Why did 1 million plus die in the Nyanya 1 war? Why did more than 3 million people become refugees worldwide over the years? Mr. President, I appeal to your consciousness. Do what's right. You have a chance. For me, I've made a decision. I'm moving on. My family comes first. My career comes first. My further education comes first now. Because I know I'm going to be investing for the future of South Sudan. There will be and always will be South Sudan, regardless of who is in power today. We will be there. But I'm appealing to your consciousness, Mr. President. You're my dear comrade, and you know that very well. I've spoken to you always in frankness, in total honesty, and never hide anything from you. I'm sorry this has to come through video, but, on 25th October 2016, I told you, I have no desire anymore to speak anymore with you, because all that I've spoken, I've exhausted with you, and it has not yielded any fruits. I pray, like one of my comrades said today, that maybe all this is happening to the nation of South Sudan so that we come to square one, and that is God, to our Creator, to seek forgiveness, to seek reconciliation, and to seek love for one another as people of South Sudan, regardless of our nationality, ethnicity, age, gender, to become one people with humility in front of God, not in front of people, not in front of leaders, but in front of God. Thank you.